Hello. My throat's a bit thingy. Give me a minute. Okay, we're good. Hello everyone. It's Luna. We're playing Reverse 1999, the newest chapter. Is there a cat moving about? I hear something stepping on the floor. It could be a cat, or it could just be random shit. So, anyways, hello everyone. It's your girl Luna. We're playing Reverse 1999. Warning, I will probably not play much. 2 parts or 3 parts. That's the limit here. 3 parts at most. I'm not really feeling it at the moment. But we are going to start. And something is making noise, so give me a minute. My cat wanted to leave me, so he's now outside. Anyways.
Hey, you. Yes, you, my hurried child. You rush through the street like a cyclone. Where are you going?
And now it's time to listen to Granny talk for like 10 minutes. God damn it. I can't be late for the show. What show?
A show. A show. So you came to Vienna for the love of stories. That's for sure.
Gotta love a good story, Granny.
Then this is just the right place for you. A place where the floors are decorated with gold, where music sings along with the stories. Even a newcomer could be entranced here.
Thank you, Granny.
Oh, listen to me. You must not be a newcomer, but a true connoisseur. Well, before you leave, may I ask a simple question?
Sure, Granny.
Which act in a show do you prefer?
Oh. I do like every part. So we got beginning, middle, end. That's basically Act 1, Act 3, Act 5. I don't know. The middle always has like good climaxes, and I love a good climax. Story-wise, plot-wise, no sussy. Ending's always pretty good. I'll go with Act 3.
Oh, the rising action. The most thrilling part. Like biting into the filling of an apple strudel. You're about to have the sweetest part.
To be fair, the most recent sort of like play performance that I have seen is Cabaret. So the middle part of Cabaret is just very, very sad. In my opinion. So it's very much like, fuck. Everything's gonna go downhill from here.
Do you know which act I love the most? Not Act 1, nor 3, or 5.
What is it?
But 6. Oh, Act 6, my dear. That's the best part.
How so?
The part in which the king picks up his fallen head. The knight pulls out the sword in his chest. The bodies stand up, dust their clothes, and come to the front of the stage, bow to the audience, and receive their applause.
What is this, a Game of Thrones play? Huh? That's not really part of the performance. No, it kind of is. It is. I would say it still is, because the performers, in some plays, the performers still do perform even as they're closing the show. Like, they're still acting in character. So it is kind of part of the performance. It depends on the show. Some people just immediately break character as soon as the ending happens. Some stay in character, they do the whole bowing to the audience in character. It just depends, really.
Yes, it is. My child, that is precisely when the real show begins.
Because real life happens.
I have a good script here. Let me put on my glasses. Let's start from Act 6.
Oh, okay.
The princess, a nightingale decorated with diamonds, an opera singer taking center stage, steps into a building of gray and white diamond patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And the curtain falls forever. The smile on her face seems too serene. She is still dreaming. Her madness keeps them on alert. But in the court, she seems so meek and mentally steady, like a docked boat on calm waters. Nodding elegantly to every gentleman she meets, she makes the shackle on her neck look like a piece of dazzling jewelry. Next page. Oh.
What happened?
In a transparent room under an unyielding limelight, her dignity is stomped on, like a silk handkerchief thrown on the ground. They smash her crown, forcing her to pay for her madness.
Is she mad?
No, not anymore.
Is she dead? Just saying, is she dead?
Sleep, she said to me. Sleep. If that's what she said, then I don't need to wake up. That's when the star falls into an everlasting dream. The blinding light becoming a spotlight on the stage, the empty room carrying the best reverberations. She has never been so calm. Everything beautiful in her is there forever, frozen in time.
So she's dead. Something's happened, I don't know what. I think she was, attacked. I'm taking this literally here. I'm just like, it sounds like she was probably attacked after the show that she performed. I don't know. I guess she went completely insane.
Or found eternal peace. Her world has become the performance, a show that never ends. I'd say she's a great actress. Isn't she?
My dear, you are indeed a great connoisseur.
Only one act of a play can't tell a good story by itself. Oh, forgive my ramblings. The golden curtain has risen. Fix your collar, darling, and keep moving forward.
And we're back. Sorry about that. Sorry for the last 3 seconds. Yeah, 3 seconds. Anyways, let's go straight into this. Lucevan Stelle. Part 1, Razor in Green. I butchered that title. Hello.
Meine Damen und Herren, willkommen!
Oh.
On behalf of the General Medical Association of Vienna, I would like to thank you all for attending this demonstration conference.
Okay, we're at conference, okay.
It is a great honor. As we can see, dear friends, the era of science has arrived. The era of man has arrived. Today, we will share the honor of witnessing the advancement of technology, its contributions to medical science, and even the world. Now, please allow me to introduce the patient again, Miss Isolde von Dietersdorf. This lady has selflessly volunteered for the experiment, and in return will receive a healthy mind in no time.
I'm feeling very skeptical about this, okay. Oh, God. She doesn't seem very accepting, I'm gonna be honest. What?
She's been living a miserable life due to hysteria. How terrible it is for a young woman like her. As we all know, mental illness is taking an increasing toll on our country. Even suicide has become more rampant. The tragedies are piling up, and our dear lady is in excruciating pain as we speak.
I would be if I'm strapped up to a fucking machine.
Thanks to the development of medical science, we can again be rescued from the abyss of pain. As I said before, the electroshock therapy uses the most advanced technology available.
The fuck? Well, electroshock therapy. I would like viewers to know electroshock therapy isn't recommended in present time for obvious reasons. It's not good.
The medical use of electricity dates back to the 18th century.
Presentation of these obscure theories fails to enthrall the attention of his guests. Vienna's citizens possessed less a thirst for knowledge than a hunger for morbid curiosities. Tales of misfortunes are favored over their cures. I'm looking at the clothing and I'm like, I can kind of guess what era this is. I don't know exactly, but in my mind I can kind of guess it. Oh god. Yeah, electricity is used a lot in medical, of course. However, back then with electroshock therapy, we didn't fully understand how the brain worked. And electroshock therapy can do a lot more damage than helping in most cases. And then there's people, and then you need to be qualified enough to know how much electricity should be used on certain parts of the bodies, yada yada. Electricity, great for medical purposes in some ways, but in some ways, it's not the answer for everything. It's not the answer for everything. The brain is a very, very delicate thing, it is. And you don't want to, like, override it. Yeah, we're gonna go with override it too much, or else it'll just combust. So,
Isolde? The youngest daughter of the Dietersdorfs? Oh, no wonder she volunteered. The treatment should do wonders for her. You know there's something wrong with that family? I heard her mother stabbed old Dietersdorf in the temple with a brass needle and killed every maid in the room.
now I'm very interested in this. Wait, what? I heard her mother stabbed old Dittersdorf in the temple with a brass needle. How big's a brass needle? I'm thinking if you're fucking stabbing someone in a temple, it needs to be, like, fucking good. I need to search this up. Brass needle. Needle. What's a brass needle? Is it just like a normal needle? Lacing needle? Brass needle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, those look like that if you put enough force into it, there would be some damage. Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
That thing's even made it into the curio market. I heard not even the Lord's water could clean the blood off it.
The family seems to be cursed. So far, no one's ever lived past the age of 40. In fact, the girl had a sister who died very young, and now her brother. I read in the papers that he killed himself, right?
Well, the artist did what an artist would do. He wrote a sad poem and then
Set fire to his paintings, together with himself.
You know what? My uncle works for the police. He showed me the autopsy report. The truth is, Theophil shot himself. He was killed by a bullet.
Well, your uncle is stupid because obviously he is not following the rules. The rules were probably different in this era, but still, still, what the fuck? Confidentiality, come on, my dude. Honestly, if I heard this guy say that, I'd be just like, nah. Your uncle ain't good at his job. That's private information that doesn't need to be shared.
Didn't have to suffer all that pain before he died. Poor boy, he was so talented and handsome. But the girl, oh, she's less fortunate. Fainted at her only brother's funeral. Didn't even get to see him one last time. I hope the latest treatment will alleviate her suffering.
There's something in the way that they speak that rubs me very, very wrong way. Like, they don't seem to really care at all. She's just, by the sounds of it, she's basically just entertainment to them now, and it's just...
Lunatics. The whole family is a bunch of lunatics.
Okay, chill, bro.
Manners, sir. This is Vienna where we call these poor people arcanists.
Well, there you go. Fuck you.
I sincerely hope that Isolde can put an end to her miserable nightmare. After all, she is one of the most talented opera singers in Vienna. Just like her mother.
You know what they say? Talent and hysteria go hand in hand. Think about it. They both come from the mind.
Huh? My brain. Speaker notes these untimely whispers.
Quiet, please. The treatment will now begin. Are you ready, Miss Dietersdorf?
I don't want to see this.
Yes,
I don't want to see this.
I'm ready. Please.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Calm down, my lady. Just hang in there, okay? The treatment will work. Perseverance is a virtue. I don't think the electroshock is causing the pain you seem to be experiencing. Don't let the imaginary fear get the better of you.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now we'll begin stage 2. The voltage will be slightly increased. Please get ready, Miss Dietersdorf.
No!
Stage 3, an even higher voltage.
No. No. Someone fucking help her, please.
Enough! Forgive the interruption, Dr. Schwartz, but I need you to stop the treatment immediately.
Chattering, hushed questions replace the hum of electricity. The audience turns towards the petite woman standing in the back row.
I can't help but to question your methods, as well as the methods of the General Medical Association. Your electroshock therapy is a gross violation of humanitarian principles. Judging from what I just saw, it only brought the patient meaningless pain and didn't help her condition one bit. Unless, of course, you intend to use physical pain to distract the patient from her mental pain.
Her green silhouette is delicate and sharp, like a razor slicing through the chaos.
Even so, this is a conference meant for conversation. You're being a little rude.
No, she's bringing up good points.
The new electroshock therapy is not what you know from the last century. Now that man has tamed electricity, there's no doubt that the EST is the best choice for treatment. You shouldn't take it at face value, because it's not like the underlying principles are the same as that frog experiment, huh? My treatment is supported by systemic theories and reliable references, and it is approved and sponsored by the General Medical Association, which means it's reasonable and legitimate.
The interesting thing about theories is that at the end of the day, they are just theories. You can try and prove them if you want, go ahead. But they are theories at the end of the day. That's just how it is. Over time, we have accepted a lot of theories in the psychology field, a lot, especially around therapy. Like, there's a bunch of pros and cons to different types of therapies. So it just depends on what you want, really. But at the end of the day, the results are what matters, but so does the method. There are certain rules when it comes to experiments with people. And I'll be honest, in this day and age, electroshock therapy experiments would not pass regulation. Would probably not pass regulation at all. Just saying.
Well, you are, correct me if I'm wrong, a social activist known for her little arcane tricks, Miss Cacania. Or should I say, Miss Clara? As far as I know, you don't even have a medical degree. Besides your so-called art movement, this secession, is it? It confuses me, really. Anyway, in order to have a more professional conversation, I suggest we talk later. You know, after you get a medical license.
So you don't really care about people's opinions properly then? Because I do believe that even if someone doesn't have a medical license, they still have the right to argue, to question. They still have that right to do that. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that may get that treatment. They should be the ones asking the questions. You're sounding very fucking... I'm getting a bit pissed with this dude. Murmurs and fragmented laughter swell among the crowd.
No, Dr. Schwartz. This conversation has nothing to do with my personal identity or experience. I'm only asking you as a citizen
There
of
you
Vienna and as a human being with empathy. How can you not see that she's suffering? Have you been thoroughly brainwashed by the supposed authority of medical science? Or have you two been blinded and deafened by hysteria?
Oh, you rude little... Please allow me to reiterate, the EST is an advanced and reliable
It is
treatment.
not.
Besides, Miss Dietersdorf has signed an agreement before we started. The experiment is conducted under mutual consent.
She should be able to back away from it if she doesn't feel comfortable doing it. Just saying.
Your objection is of no use,
God,
and it is even
same.
harmful to the patient's interests. But we always welcome debate. Since you question my methods, please be my guest and indulge us with your thoughts on her condition.
As I understand it, Mr. Sigmund Freud published his studies on hysteria in 1895.
Ugh, Freud. Everywhere I go, I hear his name. God damn it. Fucking dude. I study psychology. I don't want to hear more about fucking Freud. Fuck off.
He believes that hysteria was a psychological disorder caused by problems in the nervous system. It was not a simple organ disease. His trauma theory explains that the patient's personal life experiences were the real cause of the disorder, affecting the patient in subtle ways. It makes much more sense to analyze the patient's traumas than to harm their body. As to whether his theory is advanced enough, you can read The Totem and Taboo, which he published last year.
What?
The gentleman's face cracks with expression.
Freud. Freud. The man who told people to marry their mothers and kill their fathers. The one who couldn't get a word in when his patients spewed insanity.
Yeah. Freud has some good theories. Some. I'm saying some. And some of them are just batshit crazy. In my opinion. In my opinion. That's my opinion. The Oedipus theory fucking kills me. Yeah, the man who told people to marry their mothers and kill their fathers. Freud has a theory that, oh god. I can't remember it exactly because this is years now. This is like 3 years ago since I did psychology in college. But Freud has this theory where in childhood you grow up to have an attachment to the parent of the opposite sex. By attachment, they mean the child wants that parent. That parent is their sort of like ideal. And so they become aggressive or jealous towards their parent that of the same sex as them. So it's very much, yeah. I think it's also called the Oedipus complex. And it's basically named after a Greek character in a Greek play, well, a Greek hero, Oedipus, who married his mother and killed his father. Fun little fact, guys. Fun little fact.
It took him 17 years to become a professor, for God's sake.
I do like his ego theory, though. I do like Freud's ego theory, though. That's an interesting theory. It's the mildest theory that I learned of his theories.
Miss Clara, I've tolerated your immature antics, and I always welcome advice and opinion, as long as rational and reasonable. It's just, how could you challenge me with such an amateur's theory? You insult me as a gentleman, and you insult my reputation.
I would insult you even more, dude. Because
What?
you are an
Dr. Schwartz, I did not mean to insult you.
Bang.
Miss Dittersdorf, she's unconscious.
How?
Well, because you fucking shocked her with electricity, my dude. What did you expect to happen?
Get her off the chair now!
Poor lady. To be continued. I basically just talked about fucking psychology for the last 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. You guys can tell where my interests lie. What's this?
Oh, you're here? Not a good time. As you can see, my eyes are barely open.
Granny?
In the blink of an eye, my dream slips away like a deer into the deep of the forest.
Were you dreaming?
What kind of a question is that? You make it sound like me dreaming is the most ridiculous thing in the world. I have to remind you, except for some outdated wisdom, there is nothing different between your head and mine, dearie.
What did you dream of?
I'm as curious about that as you are. You could always allow me to return to my soft bed to try to summon that dream again. Oh, but even then it likely won't be the same dream.
No.
See, we seldom remember our dreams, and even what we don't forget can be hard to understand. And that's why we need a dream interpreter.
Yeah, dreams are very interesting. Like, you think up a whole story in your head, and most of the time, you won't even remember it. You won't even remember it.
A doctor that values Shakespeare above his patients, and cigars above his own career. A doctor like Sigmund Freud.
Fucking Freud.
He lures out forgotten memories from your past through a technique called free association. Through this, he can reveal what makes you who you are. All you need to do is to lie on the sofa and spill out your thoughts like old milk. Once you do that, your mental health will surely improve. The sleepwalkers stop falling out of their beds. The hysterical go back to their sewing. With enough time, maybe Nietzsche could write a comedy. But what about the medical journals, you may ask? He must have released them. Otherwise, how could we prove the effectiveness of his treatments? And he has. You can read them in journals, in the textbooks, and hear them in the chattering of medical students. Your name will be blacked out on the pages by then, but your dreams will become the latest gossip on everyone's lips.
It's not good for the patients.
Oh, my dear, all medicine has side effects. The best medicine is bitter to the taste. It must be tolerated for the sake of the treatment. How else will these patients free themselves from their mental cages of unconscious desire and delusion? It really is the smallest of prices. A mere coffee stain on your shirt, just telling a few people about an unlucky moment or two. Besides, the patient is not given a name. The true protagonist remains a secret between you and the doctor. Perhaps you're right. It's not the only way.
What's the other then?
Come, listen. Do you hear that? That shrill, piercing sound of metal on the skull? The blood-curdling screams? Even the strongest soul would quake in fear. But this is the other way. However, funny enough, some people prefer the pain. It ends faster than a hard talk with the doctor.
That is true. Yeah, I personally find it very, very hard to talk about my emotions with other people. So, but I hate pain as well, so. Part 2, Drums of March. Hey, March! My birthday month. Hell yeah. La Place Main Hall.
Move! Oh, move!
Medicine pocket! Yes! Best being. Navigating this corridor is no easy feat, as researchers engrossed in their Brownian motion studies hurry along without watching their step.
Shoot, are you blind or did you hit me on purpose?
I love Medicine Pocket. A viscous, deep purple substance drips from their face into the hem of their lab coat, marvelously landing in a spot not yet coated with other stains.
Hey, hello! Do you know how to control this thing? It always drips on my bed at night. I just sit back for a week.
Just remove your brain. Problem solved.
Darn saints! How come I didn't think of that? Thank you for your advice. You are so sweet.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, you're so welcome, pal. I'd wipe my eyes more often if I were you. Just do something to get that black snot off those lashes.
Fucking hell. What the hell was that? Nah.
The good news is, the persons in charge of this place are all dead.
What?
The bad news, the one in charge right now is not a person.
Oh, talking about Lady.
Hello, Researcher Medicine Pocket. Your meal allowance is being deducted to pay for door repair.
I don't care, Buckethead. Do your worst. A few pennies don't bother me.
The head of the computing center nods, taking this as a sign of amicable agreement.
You could have called me from your lab terminal. The technology department has equipped every researcher with the latest communication device, and I have the energy to communicate with everyone.
Then how am I supposed to know whether my report is lying in your trash or not? Oh, please, you know we gotta talk face to face to solve our issues when things get ugly.
With a flick of their wrist, a grey folder lands with impact, spilling its contents across the desk.
Congrats on the one and only achievement you got from the Manus mask. We're now fully aware of its side effects, and this great achievement is filling the halls with oil and insanity. You should thank the hatted cuckoo
I
for
love
her
her.
report.
I love them.
No one's turned into a crazy monster yet, or the Manus would be attacking the headquarters from Laplace right now.
I love them so much. Madison Pocket is so fucking cool. See, this is why Madison Pocket is one of the most popular characters in this game. I fucking love them.
Damn it! What are you doing? Are you even listening to me?
Lucy turns her head, having just fastened the buckle on her face.
My apologies. You said we needed to talk face to face.
Okay, that's just disturbing, okay? That's just disturbing. I preferred you without the face, to be honest.
If I understand it correctly, this is your number one request.
I hate it. I hate it. No, no.
You always carry a face in your pocket? That's just great.
You are welcome. It is our duty to learn and meet the needs of every researcher. This will help them reach their full potential while respecting the nature of their being.
Nah, I hate it.
I received some letters of complaint. They asked me to develop a better sense of humor. They said it would help me understand the researcher's sarcasm, so I am studying it.
Oh, God.
75% of the complaints mentioned they did not want to see a face on my head. Some even use strong words like, "Never let me see that face of yours again." I am glad that you are one of the other 25% Researcher Medicine Pocket.
And I'm part of the 75. I hate it.
You know what?
Oh, so weird.
I don't mind if you keep that face on, as long as you let me kick it around a bit.
The nearly face-flaunting robot nods slightly, pleased with their renewed consensus.
Regarding your second request, I have read your report. I fully understand the side effects of the mask as well as the feasibility of the decryption.
Then what's the point? It's like trying to get the syrup formula out of a Coke can. Ugh! Again, we are all screwed without the original ritual from the Manus.
It is too early to conclude that the mask does not contain important clues. The attempts we are making are very necessary. Besides, the situation in Laplace is not as bad as you say. The side effects are completely under control. The subjects are only suffering from dehydration and mania.
And ink spilling out of their head.
Fortunately, the Rehabilitation Center has extensive experience in dealing with manic patients, and some researchers, like yourself, are already manic without putting on the mask, so the side effects will not affect them much.
Punch her. Punch the robot, please, Madison Pocket. Punch, please punch them.
Yes!
No.
Ball pens! Ball pens love brains!
Bullpens do love brains. Brains love bullpens. I love pens in general. Two researchers arrive swiftly, removing the poor soul who lodged a pen into their eye socket, and just as swiftly replacing the broken glass.
Extensive experience, huh?
That is right. I am glad you have noticed our efforts. We have prepared a large amount of polymer materials in case of minor vandalism by the patients.
Lucy, you really need to learn how sarcasm works. Please.
Haha. Amusing. So this is the logic of a machine, huh? Humans are as expendable in the lab as glass. You should be glad that your head is harder than my teeth, or I'd...
Your opinion surprises me, Researcher Medicine Pocket. There is a big difference between the human body and glass. As for the original ritual, you are not the first researcher to make this suggestion. We are fully aware of its importance.
Oh?
We have dispatched investigators and members of the Field Agent Administration to investigate various regions. Here are the images they sent back.
Field... what?
Field Agent Administration. If you have not heard of the name before, most prefer to call them the History Guards, given their function.
Right. That team of cannon fodder. The thought of people being thrown around like garbage makes me feel lucky that I'm just a piece of glass.
Oh, I love Madison Pocket. Madison Pocket lifts their head, examining the screen, their attention completely diverted.
Looks like face-to-face conversation does solve problems. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Aside from the insane colleagues running amok, let me guess. The blue dots are good news, huh?
Correct. They represent the safe areas immune to the storm.
Okay.
North America. I should have gone there for a walk in the park. I don't deserve to suffer in this stupid gray prison.
I have to say, Researcher Medicine Pocket, even though I approved your request for a sports field, which you claimed was a humanitarian need, I think it is more of a canine need.
I suggest you install an indicator on your humor module so we know when to laugh. See? Like this blinking red dot. Is that Vienna?
Yes.
Where is Vienna? My guess is Germany? Where is Vienna? They said Vienna earlier, and I just never... Vienna. Capital of Austria. Austria lies in the country. Shaped by residents including Mozart, Beethoven, and Sigmund Freud. No wonder Freud was mentioned then. No, it's in Austria. Capital of Austria. That's cool.
All right. Not privy to the information, huh? I know of your tricks. One day I will find the logical fallacies in your words, I swear. And this here... Yellow. Better than the worst, worse than the best. That's the agency. What's all the fuss about? Don't tell me there's a 500-meter-long blue crab.
No. No sightings of large marine organisms other than the Gorgon.
Gorgon?
This is where Timekeeper and her team are right now. By the way, it seems you can distinguish between colors precisely, so the canine elements in you are more of a personal choice than an innate trait.
Please stop, Lucy. Please stop. And Medicine Pocket is just gonna fucking hit you.
I see your efforts on improving your sense of humor, I do, but that's enough now. Turn off the module, okay? Who the heck put these complaints in the box? I'm gonna kick their teeth out.
Back to business. Timekeeper and her team are in a bit of a situation. The details are classified, and I am not privy to them either.
Unfortunately.
Huh. Classified. I know what's going on. In this place, classified means they're in big trouble.
Oh, yeah, they are. I can tell you that much. Oh shit, we're back with them now. Okay.
What are they? Who did not tell us about these things? Get away from me, you arcane fiends!
Marcus? Marcus?
What the fuck? Oh.
I'm sorry, Madam Hoffman. I was reading the newspaper.
I know I told you to practice your arcane skills more, but you don't have to do it all the time.
She's, Enigma's, sister, isn't she? The dark-haired one.
I just told you the oath to secrecy for this mission. Level 2 Investigator Marcus, repeat it to me.
Remember the field mission manual? Never disclose any information about the storm or the era to irrelevant people. Never build unnecessary connections with the current era. Never disclose any real information about the headquarters to members of the branch. Never discuss confidential matters in unrelated settings. Never contact or interfere with the insignificant. Stay out of their lives. Silently observe and respect their lives. And why is the stupid train never on time?
I like the last one.
Did I really say that?
Yes, in a low voice, after the last random stop.
You have a talent for multitasking, I'll give you that. But the point is, as a rookie investigator, your focus should really be on the mission.
Yes, Madam Hoffman, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Laplace has analyzed the information from the field agent squad and suggested several critical points on where the storm may arrive. One of them is Vienna. The history guards have reported sightings of menace leaders there. Considering they will probably do the same thing they did in 1929, you know, escalate the international conflicts to accelerate the reverse, this mission is probably quite risky.
It's okay, Madam Hoffman. I am fully prepared. I've been waiting for my first field mission since I joined the Foundation. Thank you for approving my application, or I'd still be talking to rusty filing cabinets and diamond patterns on a wall.
No need to thank me, Investigator Marcus. Your application has been approved by headquarters, as your arcane skills will prove very useful on this mission. This time we will track down Menace Vindictae in Vienna and gather intelligence on their rituals. The intelligence should help with the storm immunity research, making it the top priority of all other missions. That's why I said your arcane skill reading will be useful on this mission.
Yes, understood.
The young student straightens up. Her mentor catches her emotion and replies unsmilingly.
I know how lucky you must feel for returning to your era, after being isolated from the outside world for so long. I will take you to Romania and visit the orphanage where you used to live. If we still have time for that after the mission.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'll do my best, Madam Hoffman. Whatever you need, as long as my arcane skill can do it. By the way, how's the timekeeper doing on Agent Island?
Marcus, have you already forgotten what I just told you? This is a confidential matter.
But it's in the news. Unknown Island appears on the Aegean Sea. Forces attacked by arcane creatures. Ownership over island causing conflicts between Bulgaria, Serbia, and Greece. Austro-Hungarian Empire and Russian Empire to establish a negotiating committee. Madam Hoffman, the increased turmoil could cause the storm to arrive earlier, right?
That is not our problem. The headquarters will send someone to intervene since it is caused by the Arcanum. Now, just focus on our destination. Vienna. Time to get out. Grab your luggage.
To be continued. We are going to stop here real quick because I do actually have other things to do today. But I think the one thing that I like about Reverse 1999 is that even though Timekeeper Vertin is our protagonist, she isn't the single most protagonist. Like, we don't follow her every move. There are other things at play around her situation that gives us more protagonists from different sides of stories. And I love that. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna stop here real quick. So I have some things to do. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. From the first two parts, I think I am going to enjoy this chapter. I already had my brain tickled by psychology, by rethinking my psychology lessons back in college, which was fun. So this is interesting so far. I am gripped. I will state this. I'm officially gripped. I'm ready to venture more. I'm gonna see later on how many parts this chapter has. I'll check later on. But anyways, that was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it and see you guys next time. Bye bye!